corporate scandals of the not too distant past, for example, Siemens was recently involved in a corruption scandal. Now the big scandal surrounding Volkswagen's emissions cheating program made it painfully clear that principles such as integrity and social responsibility are as important in business as profitability and shareholder value. Responsible leadership is not about charity or philanthropy, it's about protecting the company and its stakeholders from harm and ensuring the long-term viability of the organization. My name is Günter Stahl, I'm Professor of International Management at WU, and my team and I investigate the individual, organizational and societal influences on responsible and irresponsible leader behavior. We are both interested in the dark side of corporate behavior, instances of irresponsible, unsustainable or unethical practices, and the bright side, how purpose-driven leaders mobilize organizations for sustainability and social responsibility. The existing research in this area has tended to overemphasize managers' personal characteristics, while largely ignoring the importance of contextual influences. And in our project, we addressed this limitation by looking at variables at multiple levels: individual, organizational, and societal. At the individual level, Dr. Noval and I have conducted a series of lab experiments in which we studied the role of empathy and affect in managerial ethical behavior. And our findings suggest that managers show greater empathy for stakeholders to whom they feel psychologically or culturally close than to stakeholders to whom they feel more dissimilar. Immigrants, for example, or people of lower social status, and that this affects their behavior towards these stakeholders. At the organizational level, Verdena Paddock and I are currently investigating the link between top management team characteristics and corporate social performance. And one hypothesis that we test is that top management teams that are more diverse in terms of gender, culture, etc., are better able to respond to the needs of a diverse set of stakeholders, and that this affects corporate social performance. And then at the societal level, Dr. Christoph Miska and I are currently engaged in a number of studies in which we look at aspects of the broader institutional and cultural environment, how they may affect these relationships. For example, there's some evidence that national cultural orientations such as power distance, in-group collectivism, low humane orientation values explain a predisposition to engage in unethical, for example, corrupt behavior on the part of managers. So, in conclusion, our findings suggest that no single factor or set of factors at one level, for example, managers' personality or values or cognitions, can predict or explain ethical or unethical behavior. Rather, we have to look at the complex interactions of individual, organizational, and societal factors. Ultimately, the goal of this research program is to help bridge the science-practice gap in research in this area. Corporate responsibility, sustainability, and management ethics are of great importance to companies and society. And researchers have just begun to scratch the surface in terms of providing specific research-based recommendations on how to promote responsible leadership. And our research program promises to have significant implications for both management practice and education.